We live for the new year, 2021, man. I think we on there. Let me make sure. I gotta go through my since my phone is my camera tonight, I'm gonna have to do a different kind of share. So I might not be able to see quick. I gotta do it like this. Like this, like that. They said, why you doing a show? You're on vacation. I said, this is part of my vacation. Like this is what we do. I'm not, I'm not sure what the young folks do. They partying and acting crazy and doing stuff, but we do what we do. We talk trash on social media. All right, it's going a little bit slow. That was one other pitfall, is I'm on someone else's Wi-Fi tonight, so it's not very quick. So I can't share as quickly as I typically do. All right, here we go. J Mo look like he in here.
Motine's in the house. What up, Motine?
Fellas.
What up, Chris Alexander?
The Mooly in the house. J Mo in the house. Everybody got nicknames tonight. The nickname show. Luckily y'all handsome. Y'all exempt from tonight's show. I actually got a couple of Bruins on my list.
I didn't want to get personal. I didn't want to put nobody I knew.
Oh man, Bjorn Merton was ugly from the day we met him.
Man, yeah, Bjorn was ugly.
Charmaine used to scream it out. I'm not sure if you were on the team yet. I think before you came, when we were freshmen, and we was in the dorms for camp, and Charmaine was screaming out the window at like 2 a.m. Bjorn Merton is ugly. I mean, he would say it every night. And then we would see him in the morning. He'd be red, bloodshot red, mad. It was ongoing, man. Bjorn Merton is ugly. You remember the dudes we went to school with, like, Brian Atwater and Travis Shipman and them dudes and Psycho. Them dudes, man, they didn't hold no punches. They called me Gator from Jungle Fever. Hey man, I can't even share it, man.
Grady, I shared it on
right.
On my let me see if I can share it to AC Live.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to chill on that. I might be wearing out my bandwidth. I'm not sure how much.
You probably shared it on that. I put it in anti-ESPN.
All right, cool. And then I can see comments on the screen on my app. Man, it's 2021, baby. All right, hey, the fellas are in the house, man. J Mo rolling. Are you in the J Mo rolling? West Side, what's up? Yeah. Mooly in the house. Motine, what up? What's good with you? Those Q's in the house. Watch out.
Oh,
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Brother. Happy New Year. I got on my Eagles Christmas sweater.
Oh, yeah, you must keyed out your own self with the green. If your green screen is, then you have just some gray eagles flying across your chest. Deacon Hill in the house. New Year. The 1585. Appreciate that, man. All right, man. I heard the sucker punch last night. I had to watch a replay because I was producing the show at my church, man. And we went till 12:05 and I fell asleep after that.
Oh man, late night church.
But woke up, got some stuff done, threw on the sucker punch while I did some things around the timeshare.
Mm-hmm.
And you had me laughing a little bit. So bros got their favorite IG model.
Oh man, me and my coaches, man, that's how we've been spending 2020, man. We be ranking IG models and talking sports, man. It's crazy.
I was like, man, if you got them girls on first name basis, you are a fan. I was like, and he was like, there are some beautiful women on there. Be careful. Yes. That's not how they look all the time.
That's not how they look all the time, but man, it is this Jet magazine all over again, man. You remember getting the Jet Beauty of the Week?
Oh man, page 43.
Man. I had a couple of homegirls that made Jet Beauty of the Week, man. I was like, wow, that's crazy.
I took my homegirl to the Winter Formal. She was in there.
Mm-hmm.
And she went ahead and married her a prestigious brother when we got older. I was like, go ahead on. Have you a good life. my homegirl Tanya. She was our Whitley Gilbert back in the day.
Woo, Whitney Gilbert. Woo.
Different world. All right, man. So we got an hour, man. Pretty much. My daughter gonna come in here and look at me with the stank eye if we don't get out of here at 10. So I would love to finish this. I love what you said last night about the whole situation with Haskins and Booger. We could wrap that up. Bowl season upon us, and you threw it at me. Let's trade some stories. Your best bowl story. Talking a little bit about the best of, since we are wrapping up 2020, really quickly getting that thing up out of here. We don't want no more parts of 2020 in your lifetime or when recently. Your best opponent, players you faced, and who was the most talented player you ever seen or faced. Most, and then we got best sports moments. Just kind of lay them out. And what do you want to see this year as far as sports is concerned? And of course, much anticipated, requested, ugliest sports mugs. The ugly award. We went there earlier in the year. We went there for a little bit, but we got a real list this time. So mugs 2.0 to wrap this up and start the year off right, because you know you an ugly mug. Mookie Betts. Oh man, Anthony Fletcher. Big Fletch in the house, bruh. I want Fletch to do a podcast. That dude is funny. That dude is gold. He could do political stuff too. James Mack. Oh Lord, here comes Mookie Betts' biggest fan. I should have put Mookie Betts on my ugly list just to make Anthony Carter mad. All right, man.
James McElroy fat in the house.
Hey, so here we go, man. It wouldn't be right if I didn't play our intro. Here we go. That was part of my wish list right there, that we play some ball. Hey, man.
I don't know about that, man. I ain't took a hit in years. I don't know if I can take a hit nowadays.
Did you see the hit that Justin Fields took last night? Took tonight.
Ooh.
I mean, shoot. I'm like, them ribs is tender. He gonna be in there getting a straight cortisone shot tonight.
That's what who asked me that? Oh, Brandon Thomas asked me. He said, "Man, you ever took a cortisone shot?" I said, "Nope." I took a shot when I got them hemorrhoid surgery before the game. That's a very, very unique situation. That was different. That ain't something you see every day. So I wouldn't say it was a cortisone shot. It was a what do you call it? A little stationary or a spot. Local anesthesia?
A local anesthesia. That's what it was. And when it wore off, good God. Game over. They was trying to take me deep. All right, man. So let's put a cap on this, man. Is there any validity, man, to saying us black athletes, we got to do better? Because is this what Booger was actually saying? There's some truth to it, but is this just a better way of saying it?
It's most definitely a better way of saying it, but Booger, I think Booger, because he played in the SEC and he was able to get in the NFL, and he was pretty highly rated as a player and as a person. I don't know if he took he experienced some of the things that athletes who are not big names and stuff have to deal with at LSU or in the NFL. But it does have some validity, but you have to understand professional sports is very high pressure. If you don't perform, you're going to be gone, or you're going to be talked about very badly. So these guys are under a lot of pressure and a lot of stress. At first, it's fun. You're happy to be drafted. You have to get that money. But, man, the way you're talked to in the locker room, sometimes, the way you talk to in meetings, the way things go down sometimes in practice, man, sometimes you need to blow off steam. And instead of going home, probably fussing at your wife, beating on your kids or doing something like that, guys head to the strip club. And they gonna get treated like kings because they're probably local celebrities. They believe me, them girls know who these guys are. They come in, everybody's kissing their butts, and you have a good time. You learn that's gonna be your stress relief from these high pressure things. Now, should some of these guys do something else better to blow off steam? Probably, but you can't tell a man what especially these rich millionaires, what they should be doing with their spare time. And I get with the whole thing with Dwayne Haskins, and he's breaking protocol. There is a protocol. You shouldn't be out doing these type of things. But at the end of the day, man, this has to be even more stressful than what it usually is. Yeah. So I mean, I'm with Booger. A lot of these guys need to be more financially responsible. They have the rookie symposium, and they give you workshops and things on how to manage your money, how not to go broke. To understand that the average NFL career is only 3 years. You need to manage your money good so you can. As Andre Rison said, his coach said to him, "You want to live like a king for a day, or live like a prince for the rest of your life? How am I going to build my financial brand? Because they're all individual contractors, to be truthful with you, because you can be bought and sold, traded, all that stuff as athletes by management. So when these guys are taking their social media careers as serious as they're taking their pro careers, they're just building a brand for themselves moving forward. Yeah. As I said when we were talking on the Collective podcast, Odell Beckham Jr., he became bigger star because of his media. Everybody that's an Odell Beckham Jr. fan ain't a football fan, but the antics that he put on social media, people gravitated to him. Not only did he get more fans, the Giants got more fans because people were buying Odell Beckham jerseys. So the team, him, and the company that makes the jersey is getting paid because of his social media antics. So for Booger to tell them to knock it off and stop worried about their own brands, man, everything that you do in the pros is a brand. From what you wear on your feet, to what you wear on your hands, to what those team colors and jerseys and all that signify. That's hey man, these guys got to work on getting themselves together. Like you said, you had a conversation with Keyshawn Johnson. Mm-hmm. He didn't even think about what he was going to do after football is over until you said something to him. Right. So we have to think, as these professional athletes are moving into further along in the 21st century, they're going to have to, you're going to have to basically build your brand, because the world has so much social connectivity because of social media now, that you can be a nobody. Spice Adams, you can be a total nobody in the NFL. The next thing you know, he's one of the biggest YouTube sensations, one of the biggest social media sensations there are. Right. So Booger has a point in a way, but at the end of the day, those franchises, those owners, and all of them are going to go on for a long time. Yeah. You as an athlete only have a short amount of time to capitalize on your fame and capitalize economically on making your life better, for creating generational wealth. So man, go for it. But he should have said it a little bit better.
I was more thinking he's missing the target, and that it wasn't him making an attempt to broaden his brand. He just got caught in a compromising situation, and the timing of it was bad. Nothing was nothing wrong with what he did except the timing of it. I think you shared on your show, we all went to the club when we were athletes. You go to Hooters, you go to Magic City, you go to the places you go when you go to different cities, and that's what players do. Now, with the invention of camera phones and the quickness of social media, news being spread, that was his only mistake, is being at the wrong place at the wrong time. Had he never gotten caught, had this not been a pandemic, had his coach not had cancer, he did nothing wrong except be an immature quarterback who was not playing at the rate that they thought he would be playing at this point in his career. So he was expendable. The beef I have with Booger is saying that it was about him trying to expedite his star. But I don't think so. I think someone else took the video. Someone else posted it. This was not something him saying, look at your boy, I'm in the club getting it in. I haven't seen the video. It sounds like someone said, ooh, there's Dwayne Haskins. Ooh, he playing next week. Ooh, he a captain. I'm gonna post this and boost my Instagram hits by having a pro athlete on my Instagram. So I don't think it was Haskins trying to get large. It was Haskins being Haskins. Apparently, he's been not quarterbackish this whole time. He has not acted like a quarterback this whole time. And this was just the icing on the cake as far as, all right, he's just not ready. Somebody else has the time. We don't have the time to deal with that because you don't cut a first-round pick that soon. So
no, not at all.
And I believe he'll get another chance. But my whole thing was this, Booger. I don't think it's about brothers trying to get their brand up. But I do believe it is time for the OGs on these teams to pull these young guys' coattail and say, look, man, you got about this much of a window to live this lifestyle. If you want to play in the league this long, these are the things you have to do. We all sat in a symposium. And dudes was in there laughing, like, it ain't gonna be me. It's just like any other time someone comes and try to pull your coattail. You don't want to sell dope for the neighborhood pusher, even if it's for 1 or 2 times, because 1 or 2 times becomes 5 times, becomes 10 times. Before you know it, I can do this for a full time. And then you go to jail for once, you go to jail for twice, and before you know it, you've made $5 an hour because of all the jail time you spent. So all these things that OGs have to pull them coattails. Apparently, the Washington team didn't have no OGs in Haskins' ear letting him know that's not how the quarterback acts. The quarterback got to be a little bit different, man. And especially, we want to get to a point where the black quarterback is no longer designated a black quarterback. He's a quarterback. Yeah. But until we erase that stigma, I think Russ is doing a good job doing it. Even Lamar Jackson's doing a good job doing it, and he's still as hood as they get. There's a way of doing it. I think Dwayne Haskins just didn't have that OG on the team to help him get through it. So I would hate the generalization of saying all black athletes quit worrying about being large and get to your game. This is one incident. White players do the same thing. It's just a little bit more magnified.
Nobody's looking for the white players though.
Yeah.
Like I try to make the point. Chase Daniel been in the NFL for 11 years. He ain't lived up to no type of hype, no type of nothing.
Laying low. Good black.
He's only played 5 years. If he walks into a strip club, nobody knows who they are. They might think he's the CEO of some company or he's just your typical white boy off the street.
Yeah.
It's kind of a double standard when it comes to sports culture because a lot of times as we know, black lives and especially black athletes, your stories are going to be so hyper sensationalized. Ray Rice punches his soon-to-be wife in the elevator. It's big news. The kicker for the Giants was abusing his wife for years. Nobody cared. And they actually knew about it. But nobody said that. Nobody did anything about it. And he had to admit, like, man, people knew. She was telling people. She was friends with one of the coach's wives. Oh, no, that's Ohio State.
Yeah.
Where the guy was friends with what Tressel, was it Tressel's wife?
Yeah.
Or, and they knew that he was beating on his wife, and they never did nothing about it. But it seems like when there's different rules and different sets of rules, and if you've been in a locker room, and I can only speak on football locker rooms,
right?
It is a different type of way black players and white players sometimes get handled because they don't want you culturally to be black. They love for you to be on the team. They love for you to do things, but it's still like a culture that's looked down and frowned down about. Like, remember, we'd be bagging in the locker room, we'd be talking about each other and stuff like that. A lot of white players was looking at us like, man, these dudes, wow, they crazy. I don't believe they act like that. They're not understanding that you get that at home.
Yeah.
With your brothers.
Your mama can get it too. Your mama ain't exempt. Karen ain't exempt.
Because I remember Phil in the equipment room, he asked me, he said, why you guys talk about each other's mothers like that? It's like, well, one, we don't really know each other's mothers like that. And that's the beauty of it. You know, if I knew Mrs. Cobb, like Mrs. Cobb was like my auntie or something, I wouldn't say these type of things about her because it would hurt me in the process. Because
you know she can really fight. Your mama.
we're not even hurting each other's feelings.
My mama undefeated like your mama. But they both undefeated. They both in the Hall of Fame of boxing.
My mama had more high school fights than I had.
Oh man, your mama's still undefeated. She holds the record. Big Fletch says, imagine giving millions of dollars and fame to any young punk right out of college. And that's what Haskins basically is, a young punk. Black, white, Asian, whatever. I would imagine most athletes have more inherent discipline than most of these average Joes, Haskins included. Yeah, it's just, I mean, he's Johnny Manziel, that's all. He's Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, beats Alabama by himself.
Yep.
So he gets to have the Instagram. He gets to do the money sign. He gets to get everything handed to him. I believe he's been handed everything to him since Pee Wee football. Johnny Football all the way up. So it's not just black athletes, but I do believe Booker was on to what my mom taught me, and that's you have to be excellent.
Yes.
Because we're trying to catch up in a race that we were already behind. So I agree with that part. We got to kind of pull each other to the side and say, hey, look here, man. I understand you want to get it down like that, but until you win the MVP, until you win the Super Bowl, I would chill. Because you're expendable, man. You're expendable. Mooley said he never went to the club.
Mooley lying,
bro.
You act like we don't know you, man.
Mooley, man, you the one that took me to the Barbie Coast in the first place.
Barbie Coast, one of the most ghetto strip clubs ever.
I said, Mooley, man, where we taking these recruits? You know where we taking them to. The Barbie Coast. I said, ugh. You can't even get no wings in there. Oh man, I said who I was Keyshawn, I was Sammy Knight, I was Kusanti, formerly known as Andy Colbert. We only got Andy Colbert. I didn't get Sammy or Keyshawn. That Barbie Coast, bro, was 1 for 3. I blame the coast. Max said it. James Max said it's definitely a double standard. Big Ben still active. Oh yeah, Big Ben been spreading cheeks.
In the man's bathroom.
Man, yeah, you a dirty dog. Miss Max said facts.
What Humpty Hump say? Once got busy in the Burger King bathroom. That's Big Ben's active spot.
Yeah, he is. So yeah, man. So I've kind of put the cap on it, man. Don't say all brothers, but at the same time, I get it. We do have to be a little bit more cautious because Karens and Kevins are out there ready to blow the whistle and say the same idea with the black coaches, man. We get fired so quick. But you got, is it Adam Gase? Is his name Adam?
Yep.
Crazy Eyes. He lasted the whole season? As terrible as the Jets were?
Man, they on a winning streak, though.
They mess around and save his job. You gotta be kidding me, man. All right, man, what we got next?
Rio, house, what up, Rio?
Where Rio at, man? New Year. Rio, Happy New Year to you, sir.
Happy New Year, Rio.
All right, so we got bowl season, man. So today we got to see that Ohio State is real. Put them things on Clemson.
Yeah, them the paws.
And Sunshine, is the game over? Is it over?
Game's over. Was it 49-35, I think? No, 49-28. 49-28.
Still beat down.
Scored the last touchdown.
Yeah. Oh, no. Deacon said y'all should have went this First King. I've been there. They bad, too. Y'all should have went to First Kings across the street. That whole neighborhood, the same girls. It was going across the street.
Yup. First King served alcohol and food, and the Barbie Coast made you get a 2-drink, dry drink minimum. And I knew a lot of the dancers in both them clubs because I went to high school with them.
Hey, like, Jimmy, what you doing here? Same thing you doing here. Something wrong.
Pay your bills, girl. What you talking about? Now turn over and dance.
Turn over and dance. How much a table dance? $20. I'll holler at you next week. $20.
I want to look at your face.
$20. All right, man. So bowl season, man. All right, so I was only blessed to go to 2 bowls, but you guys were a lot better when we left.
No, I only went to 2 as well.
No, y'all didn't go to. No, the next year y'all went to a bowl because y'all was number 1 in the country.
Now I was already off that team by then.
What you mean off the team? You declared early or something? Because you guys were.
No. My last year was 97.
And
so 98 they went.
No bowl game in 97.
Number 1 in the nation. We went to a Cotton Bowl in 97. We beat Texas A&M.
So you went to 3 bowl. Oh, you didn't go to the Rose Bowl.
2.
You was
Rose Bowl. That was the year,
before you came.
Year before me.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Rose Bowl stories. All right. Rose Bowl. Oh man, we thought we was the stuff, man. We went to Lowry's and had some prime rib, some horseradish. Open your nostrils up. We went to Disneyland. It was gangbanging on Wisconsin in Disneyland. In the small world, about to fight the Badgers in Disneyland. It was kind of mild, man, but you know, it was the granddaddy of them all. The pageantry was there, but we still had some thugs on the team. We had Marvin Goodwin and Donnie Edwards getting in pregame fights. I believe Donnie got ejected. Was he?
I think Goodwin got ejected. Goodwin and Collier got ejected, right?
Was it Trav Collier? Good old.
I think it was Trav Collier.
Pastor Travis.
I think so.
The minister. gangbanging. I love that dude. That's why I love that dude, man. Some things the Lord gonna have to forgive me for. I believe it was Jameer, Donnie, all them guys got into a pregame scuffle, and they ejected both of our dudes. And it was Stokes and KJ by themselves. So offensively, we just lost, man. It was just Rondane. Was it Rondane?
No, there was Fletcher. It was Fletcher's brother. Remember Anthony Fletcher?
Yeah, and then they had
I forget what his first name was, but he was at Wisconsin. They had Moss.
Yeah.
Moss or something like that. Yeah,
they had
them guys. Y'all made so many mistakes in that game. That's how y'all lost that game.
Well, we just never got our head back into the game after that fight.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as bad as A&M versus Tulsa, but it was bad enough to get some guys ejected. Them dudes said, forget the scholarship. Forget the scholarship. I don't know what y'all fighting about.
Like, what beat do they have?
What happened, man? What did y'all do with the Cotton Bowl? That's why I was like, well, it's a big time bowl, but what's going on down there? It seemed pretty bland.
It was very bland, very tame. We're in the heart of Texas. Remember, we had already that year embarrassed 2 Texas schools. We beat Texas 66-3, and we beat Houston 66-10. So we was the bad guys coming into Texas. And then it was Toledo's return to Texas after he got fired from Texas A&M. So his whole thing to us was, we gonna keep this bow. We want to come here. We're gonna take care of business. I don't want nothing because I'll send you home. So when we were meeting up with Texas A&M, you know what I'm saying? You know, we got a lot of cats on the team from Texas, so they know a lot of Texas A&M cats. Sir Parker from LA, so I know Sir. So whenever we met up at certain events and stuff like that, it was never nothing bad. The only time it got bad, and I think we took offense to it, is when they made fun of Cade. They said Cade was a virgin. And then they called the Texas A&M quarterback up there and was like, are you a virgin? He was like, oh, hell no. And then we were like, oh, so y'all trying to clown our quarterback, huh? All right, here we go.
Yeah.
And then my crazy story from that, though, we did find out where one of the hood clubs at in North Dallas. You know anything about North Dallas? That's where that's where we at.
That's where we at.
So I round up, I'm rounding up N5. As a matter of fact, honey, where's my N5 paddle?
Oh, Lord.
My brother-in-law bought me an N5 paddle.
You know you ratchet.
Christmas.
You know you ratchet when you start your own fraternity.
So we go up to North Dallas, and I told the taxi dude, man, I give you $50 if you come back and get us when the club closed. So he goes, yeah. Well, we didn't know while we in there clubbing, we having a good time. They giving us love on the mic. UCLA football in the house. Then they calling out numbers, Darrell Price. They calling out East Scott. We up in there feeling like kings. So we come outside. It's no taxi cabs in sight.
He got your money. You didn't give it to him the 50 year. You didn't give it to him beforehand.
I already gave him the 50 to come back.
Oh, your money gone, Jack.
Oh, money was gone. So East Scott was like, man, how we gonna get back home? I said, hey, there go that girl that we was dancing with. Let's see if she give us a ride back to the hotel. So we talked to her. She was like, yeah, we'll pay you, we'll give you gas. And she was like, nah, that's cool. But she got in the car. She said, I got some rules to lay down. She digs under her seat. She pulls out a 45 and said, if y'all try anything, I'm going to put slugs in all y'all.
Okay. You ain't got to worry about nothing.
So East Scott said, hey, look, you ain't got to worry about nothing. You're going to have some tickets at the game. You're going to have some tickets at the gate. Jimmy Mack gonna give you some tickets. I'm gonna give you some tickets. I think it was Todd in the car too.
Yeah.
Like, we gonna give you some tickets. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of you. So she took us back to the hotel, and it was a little bit scary because she pointed the gun directly at me, like I was the one that was gonna do something. I was gonna do nothing. And it was just like that was crazy.
You was gonna be on the news.
There go my N5 paddle right there.
Oh man, he really does have a paddle. I thought you was joking, man.
N5,
that's terrible, man. Hey, Mooley got a story for it. What Mooley said, someone at the John Hancock Bowl in El Paso, not saying no names, but somehow brought the wrong gender back to the room. Oh, they pre-warned us about the environment. Oh, somebody brought something. And El Paso ain't nothing nice in El Paso, man.
Better check the plumbing.
I drove from New Orleans back to LA, and then we had to stop in El Paso. I'm like, ain't nothing here I want. Who goes to UTEP? Like, who would go to UTEP? El Paso, man.
Tim Hardaway.
Ain't nothing there, bro. Except transvestites. Transvestites and Alphabet people. That's what Dave Chappelle called them. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Oh man, I wish we could tell you who it is, but it might get too sensitive.
No, man, we don't need to know that, man.
All right, we
might
gonna get
see that dude and see him different.
We're gonna have to let that stay in your imagination. I kind of know who it is. I'm gonna single it out. All right, I'm gonna count them down. Let's see. It was Mooly. It was D-Dub. I'm gonna use nicknames. Mooly, D-Dub. Who else was it? Pretty Ricky. Who else? Who else was in that little crew? All the running back group. The whole running back group is now on blast. I'm gonna leave. Rest in peace, K-Dub. It can't be K-Dub. He was a good guy. But those running backs were some slimy dudes. Them dudes had all the girls. Mooly, you too.
D-Dub will give you a tutorial on the girl.
Dude, D-Dub walk up to you with your girl and ask her is that your butt? Is that your butt? I'm like, what? Is that your butt? Are you smashing? Okay. I'm like, wow, bro. They don't ask nobody that. D-Dub. And then he had Abdul saying that. This is my butt. Like, you don't introduce your girl as your butt. That's my butt. Check the plumbing. Check the plumbing. Todd Prunty said that's all that's in El Paso is UTEP. I got a letter from UTEP. It became a space holder. I really didn't even open the letter, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you even open that thing? I knew I wasn't going to UTEP. I don't even know why they even sent me one.
Chris said it had left its watch in their room. Whoa. It had left its watch in their room. Not a running back. Okay, running back. It was not a running back. Okay, so who was Freaky Dicky? Let's see, who was really Freaky Dicky? The whole quarterback room was Freaky Dicky. I remember that. Cookie, man. I don't even want to say that because Cookie married now, I believe. I want his wife to look at him crazy tonight. Because Cookie wouldn't even wear drawers, man. Cookie would be borrowing jeans from people, man. Free balling.
That's a wild boy.
Scott Fitter and Ryan Fiend. Like, Scott Fitter used to put cantaloupes in the window to warm them up. And you know what was next.
Yep, you knew what was next. And I heard that story. I said, you got to be kidding. I know that cantaloupe the same.
Said you in here molesting cantaloupes. Oh, my God. These daggone quarterbacks. If you don't knock it off, man. If you don't knock it off. Do I got to go pull out a roster? Oh, I think we can narrow it down. I know. Hey, J-Mo, no. J-Mo's D-Dub. We had some real cats on the squad.
Real cats.
Hey, man, that was my theory, bro. I said, I'm going to UCLA. He's like, why, man? I said, the education, and there's some real dudes on the team. And you got real dudes on the team, you got a shot. Like, what you mean? I said, Bruce and Jameer was fighting in the club. Took their shirts off. Othello took his shirt off at the club, and he was going to fight. Peebo, all them dudes was going to fight each other. I'm like, I love this stuff, man. This is real. That means we got a shot. We got dudes that's hungry and mean, and, oh, man. Snitches get stitches. This ain't snitching. We trying to do some FBI work here. This is we're trying to save some lives. We are saving lives. There ain't no snitches. We just trying to figure out who brought that thing back to the hotel. Showed up in the morning before we all went to meetings. Oh my God. Ooh, how'd you get through the meeting?
Hey, we need Chris on the show.
Oh, Chris, you can't give us that much information and not follow through. Oh, first off, Happy New Year. Hey, Happy New Year to you, Big Ty.
Happy New Year, Ty.
2021 gonna be a monster good year. Oh, all right, Miss Mac. I'm gonna tell them out. I'm dry snitching. Well, no, we trying to figure it out. I don't know. And Chris ain't snitching. He just saying what he know. He's not gonna say a word. He been mum for 25 years. I think he's good with the secret. I think he's good. And plus,
you have any Aloha Bowl stories, AC?
Oh man, I think I told a couple when we got body slammed on Sandy Beach, and we were
I don't know what I was thinking that day.
Riding them scooters all night, trying to pick up prostitutes at the hotel. Like, we was all broke, we ain't had no money, but we were just trying to figure out what's the going rate, and just hypothetically, what's going on down here on these streets. And Jack in the Box every night.
Yep.
Not ready to play when it came to the game. The emergence of Danny Farmer. We couldn't guard him in practice, and we all got cussed out because we couldn't guard a walk-on. We basically gave him a scholarship that week. We was just getting burnt, taking turns getting burnt by Danny Farmer. You know, it was a blur. We had so much fun before the game, we forgot to play.
We most definitely forgot to play. There's no way Kansas should have beat us like that.
Oh man, they put the things on us. Was it 55-30? We didn't play to the fourth quarter. I remember missing the tackle myself on the goal line. Quarterback, RPO. I was a rover. I came up, good angle. He gave me that in the air and came down like this. And I was like, oh, and went the wrong way. Touchdown. Didn't even touch him. I didn't even scratch him. Okay, Miss Max said we dry snitching. All right, we'll stop. We'll let it be a good memory laughing at who brought the transvestite to the hotel. My question is, did she stay all night? If it was the morning,
she left her watch.
Somebody got some explaining to do. Lucy, you got some explaining to do. All right, man. If you was at a low boat with us, man. But y'all was on the other side of the island.
We was all over that island.
Yeah, N5 was all over the place. You had E. Scott, Larry Atkins, all y'all boys was wild.
Yeah, we was all over the place. But we went to Sandy Beach. I remember when I got there, Big O got slammed. By the way,
they ain't stop us.
So my expertise is big. That's why he got slammed like that.
No, you too.
I'm small. The wave. I'm just gonna surf on top of the wave when it came. Man, that thing slammed me so hard. I don't think I was ready for the game after that. And that happened like 2-3 days before the game. I was like, man, I think I'm still hurt from that wave.
Oh man.
If you ever been to Sandy Beach in Oahu, so when the waves come in, it picks up a bunch of sand as well. Mm-hmm. So you're not just getting hit by water, you're getting hit by sand. And you don't see that unless you inside of on the shore where the waves coming in. I didn't know that. But I was like, you know what? That's why I don't like the beach, right? I think that's why I really don't like the beach.
That's why I don't like the beach no more.
I think that could be it.
I don't know why almost dying is always fun. I knew it was that way when you were young, like jumping off the roof and, you know, running in front of a car before it hits, you know, and getting out the way. And that was fun. I think we were just being kids, man. I think we were just being kids. We had a chance just to let loose. Donahue was real lax on this whole thing. We felt it was like were we 6-5? Were we that bad that year?
We were 7-5 that year, but we were favored to beat Kansas because nobody thought Kansas was real.
Right.
But they took the game way more serious than we did. Well, you know, I didn't even see my roommate. My roommate was Jarvis Watson. I didn't see him for 2 days before the game started. I seen him at practice.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him outside of practice.
Yeah.
He was somewhere. Knowing Jarvis, he probably was shacked up with some Islander.
Yeah. We saw all them Kansas players riding scooters too. And then we saw, you know, they had bros too. And we were kind of like, whoa. They got bros. Like, we saw scouting reports and everything. We did not take them seriously. But they had some pretty good athletes.
Yeah.
Dr. Fennell says, played in Hawaii 3 times in college. Got in all type of dirt on that island. I know you did. I know some kids that went to Hawaii for school and never came back. They just lived there. They just stayed there. I was like, why? Why not? I'd stay there. Beautiful place, man. All right, moving on, man. What we got? I gotta put this slate up. My phone is my camera, so I can't even take a peek. All right, so we got best of. Here? Who's the best opponent? Who was the best opponent you ever faced? Player, team, and who was the most talented? You threw this one out there, so I assume you got some ideas. All
right, so the best team I ever faced. Remember Nebraska when we went there?
Yeah, but
that's the best team I've ever faced. That team was Tommy Frazier, Lawrence Phillips, Grant Wistrom. Man, them dudes was off the chain. They beat the brakes off of us that day. But I did have my first catch ever in college football and got Keith Jackson to call it. But we got waxed.
Damn.
So that's the best team I faced. The most talented player, I had to go through my head who I faced and who I've seen. Charles Woodson. Even though that year when we played them up in Michigan, they were basically a cover 2 team. They kept running the safety over the top. So I was getting by Charles Woodson off the jam. But the safety was coming over the top. So they held me in check that day. I didn't make one catch. Wow. As a matter of fact, the safety had a chance to get a pick. Instead of trying to get the pick, he tried to smack me.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? Next dude, Ray Lewis. Even though we beat Miami 31-8 that day, Ray Lewis had like 25 tackles. That dude was all over the place.
Yeah, he was.
Absolutely awesome. But the most talented player I've ever been around, ever seen in person, do something not on TV, J.O., man, Jonathan Ogden. That dude was absolutely amazing athlete. and probably when the puck could go down, arguably is the best lineman to ever play the game. Jo was absolutely an amazing football player and athlete. So that's my 3 as I go.
Yeah, Jo was like cheating though. Like when I first met him, I'm like, this is a monster of a person. Like this dude is just the biggest guy who thinks he's small. He thinks he's a skill. He thinks he's a skill player. Like from playing pickup basketball, he wants to peel. He want to hold the rock and shoot threes. But I can see where you got that from. I would have to agree that Nebraska team put them things on us so much so. It was one of them games. I'm not sure if we even watched the film. It was so bad. I know that one time it got beat by Washington at the Rose Bowl. They threw the film away. But that
I remember that one.
That Nebraska whooping was comical because that's the game where Ronnie Lee's first travel game he got his ribs broken on the kickoff return. Where Coach Hundley says we're gonna beat Nebraska with speed, and we're like, what? And they had so many dudes on steroids and just big and just calling us out our names. I think the best team though, that team was impressive. That Tennessee team we went to play with Peyton Manning. I think all the receivers went to the league. I think all 3 tight ends went to the league. I want to say his whole left side of his line went to the league. And defensively, I want to say the entire team went to the league. I was like, going down to Knoxville, 110,000 people on your head throwing oranges and Hennessy bottles at you, Jack Daniel bottles at you. And it was just impressive, man. And Peyton Manning on top of that. So it was just a really all-around good team. I want to say we had a shot for a minute.
We did.
After they had them big dudes that was just too much for us. So it would be that Tennessee team. All those SC teams that were ranked number 1 and number 2 we played against, they just didn't play us the same way they played other teams. So I can't put them up there. But, I would have to go there with Tennessee. And I would say the toughest guy I've ever had to face, it's a lot of guys that I've really had problems with. They're usually little guys that were really fast and under 6 feet. A lot more quickness, a lot more fast twitch movement. It was a few guys that came across my mind, but I'm trying to remember his name. Man, I can't.
What's cool?
I believe he went to. Well, shoot, I want to say Utah, but it's not Steve Smith Sr. It was the other one. I forgot his name, but
Dyson?
No, it wasn't Dyson. He was a little swole dude. He looked like Steve Smith Sr., but he played with me on the Saints. But I would just jump ahead to the most talented. I'm gonna say Randy Moss. I tell my story of playing cover 3 and how he just ran by me. And I was kind of like, I know I was not slower than 4.5 even on my worst day. And I've never been ran by, not even you, not even other speedsters like Greg Sanders or whoever, Arizona Cardinals. These guys are really, really burners. But yeah, Randy Sanders is a burner. Randy Moss, man. And that's kind of why I don't agree with him saying he's the best ever. Could have been the best ever had he had Jerry Rice's work ethic. But Randy Moss, most talented individual, effortless. I thought he caught the ball with his body too much. Is because that's where they was putting the ball. He was snatching balls out the air with his mitt. He was just throwing it up there like, and it was him and Chris Carter working out and just doing ball drills and snatching the ball. And Randy Moss was just doing some stuff with the ball effortlessly, and he was just long and smooth. Now, he did not run routes like, Devontae Adams or, anybody, Ocho Cinco, guys that are route runners. But as far as flat out ability to jump over your head and get the ball before you get it, that was him, man. He was incredible. But yeah, man, it was that was a dude. Now, I'm trying to think of I can't think of his name. But I'll come back to it. I'll look it up and try to find it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, man. So 2020 came to an end. Thank God. What was your favorite moments of last year?
Favorite sports moments of last year, when in the bubble, to protest social injustice, when the Washington Mystics and Atlanta Dream said, you know what, we're not playing this game, and then you had the NBA cats follow suit, like the Milwaukee Bucks and stuff like that. That was a great moment, probably the number one moment to me, because it was like, we've had enough. We're in a pandemic and we're still gonna have to deal with racial injustice. The whole planet could go extinct, but y'all worried about race. So to have our pro teams who had already made a sacrifice and gonna be away from their families, gonna go in these bubbles and play basketball to entertain us, decided, you know what, today ain't that day. That was a great moment. And then the number two moment is a co-moment. The Lakers and Dodgers winning the championship together for the first time since 1988. I combine those moments. So those are my two best sports moments of 2020. To have the WNBA and the NBA protesting, and then Lakers Dodgers winning the championship in the pandemic, fireworks all throughout LA, celebrations and all that. Those great moments right there for 2020.
I can dig it, man. The fact that they did protest is on my list. That they did raise more awareness. That they did use their platform in general, and I was like feeling a little bit kind of dissatisfied with myself for not pushing the social injustice a little bit more this year, and that this is our platform to voice our stance and what we believe in. And so I think hopefully the conversation doesn't go away, because it's still very much an issue in our country. Moment for me was people getting out and voting and getting 45 up out of office, even though it's still going to be interesting to see how he gets out in a couple weeks. And the Dodgers winning the championship. Even though it was a bubble season, not the same as the previous ones, would have loved to have that one 2017 back, but we'll take this one, and we got Kershaw one, and hopefully we can build on it. We got Mookie Betts. If A. Carter is on here, I'm sure he's gonna put that up there. Mookie. And I was happy for the Lakers, because I have a lot of Lakers fans that are my good friends. You, Mike Stafford, and all you guys that are Laker fans, you guys needed this. Like, I ain't been a Laker fan since the Showtime Lakers. I like Kobe, I like Shaq, but I don't like necessarily every team that when they teamed up with Malone and Peyton, I was kind of like off the bandwagon a little bit. Like, that's too much. So I went back to my allegiance in my hometown in Philadelphia in the Sixers, but I was happy they actually won. But the Dodgers championship really, I'm driving home from Arizona. My son was in a travel ball game in Arizona, and that closeout game from the Dodgers, I'm driving home watching it on my phone, and they won. I'm in the car screaming, and everybody like, what's going on? I said, the Dodgers winning the championship. So that really helped me get through the pandemic. And 1585, man, for sports purposes, us getting off our butts and doing it, like getting out of our comfort zone and just coming on here and having a good time, and then our homeboys and homegirls getting on here and appreciating our conversation, man. So that kind of was my big highlight, is that getting something off my bucket list. Just go ahead and do things, and I want to keep that going this year, man. Just do things that I have planned and not procrastinate so much that they go away. So that's pretty much it for me, man.
Feel that. Yeah. Oh, Rodney Saucer said one of the best things in 2020 is knowing that AC OG house party.
So yeah. I'm not sure if you came on there yet, but AC Carter being the extra in house party with a ducktail and an ultra perm, and I said, is that juices and berries or so Hawaiian silky? He's like, man, it's natural. I'm like, okay, Frenchie. Dr. Fennell said, wish they would have protested the entire season until the owners joined. Yeah, I think they had leverage at one point. Mm-hmm. And that was my stance all the time, is just like, players have so much power that they're not tapping into. They can get their rich owners to really put some pressure on the local officials to do some actual training and getting some of these officers, on the right path, if not out of their position, but at least train them up to know how to deal with the people of color in their neighborhoods, man.
Yeah.
I just think, it's not over. I think it's still an opportunity there, but does somebody else have to die in order for that to happen?
And that's not what we want. We don't want somebody to die so we can keep the conversation going. We want the conversation to keep going and people to stop dying.
Yeah.
Because it's absolutely ridiculous that we're in 2020 and now we're in 2021, and I'm just hoping and praying that we don't have to relive this stuff again. Because you got to think about when people were out protesting the streets, we were putting ourselves in danger with the pandemic. But the social injustice part of it is very big, and we need to say something.
Right.
So, it was a necessary good to fight a necessary evil, and hopefully that we can continue that good fight to where we're never going to eradicate racism, we're never going to eradicate social injustice, but at least we can put it on the back burner that we don't have to worry about it no more.
Yeah, man. So while we're at it, man, I want to go ahead and mention some of the names of the people that we've lost because of racial inequality, police brutality, hate, and period. Here, just the atrocities we've seen. George Floyd, Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Robert Fuller, Malcolm Harsh, Rashard Brooks, and going back a little bit, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown, Eric Garner, Philando Castillo, Elijah McClain, and many, many others. Your families, loved ones, those that are out there fighting that fight, we have not forgotten, and we are standing with you, and hopefully we can be a part of the solution, man, moving forward.
Yep. Then I want to add one personal one that we had for my family, one of our close family friends, Kirk Reinhold, died in the hands of police brutality towards the end of 2020. So, Rio know him too. It's tough, man, that you have to deal with that. And especially when it hits really close to home, right. You always think it's not going to happen to you and your loved ones. But then when it does, it's just like, man, this is out of control, really out of control.
Yep. So we're going to keep that going, man. Part of what we do, got to be part of the struggle, man, because the struggle ain't over. It's because you got a little prestige, a little, stuff going on for you. All right, man. Y'all waited for it. I think it's upon us. Let me make sure.
Ugly.
I think we need to say what we want to see happen this year. Before we move to the Ugly Award, what do you want to see in sports this year? Is it too much to ask for fans in the stands being able to go to the game, or we want this pandemic to be over with first, and then we can talk about fans? Like, what do you want to see happen?
What I want to see for 2021 is that the NCAA decide that they're not going to exploit these young athletes anymore. That we're going to give these guys more buy-in and more compensation for them putting their hard work and effort to make these universities prestigious, making these universities what they are. When you see the U on ESPN, the University of Miami's enrollment went up because the football team was good. So give these people their due and proper. Give these athletes their due and proper, man. Start giving people some money, because a lot of them ain't gonna make it to the next level, and they just went in here, and a lot of them are getting debt. Their scholarships don't cover everything. Some of them gonna leave college with debt. Some of them ain't gonna have no work experience. So even with that degree, they don't have work experience to do nothing. They didn't do any internships. They didn't do nothing because they were too busy being athletes. And let's just face it, college athletes is just a lower division of being a pro athlete, because your days are just consumed with your sport. So I hope the NCAA in 2021 get their heads out their butts and start treating these people as the workers that they are. They're actually university employees. And then stop faking the funk that this is all about amateurism. We all know that these coaches, when Dabo Swinney and Nick Saban got $10 million a year to coach football, we know that this ain't amateurism. It ain't amateurism at all. Somebody's getting paid off the back of these players, and it ain't the players that's producing most of the more of the product. So I hope the NCAA comes up with something to compensate these players moving forward.
That's a good wish. And it doesn't look like it's going to happen this year. The way they were talking about it last year, they were trying to say 2023. They were trying to push it out and get the last few checks they can get, because that means a little bit less off their bottom line as well. I would love to see athletes get their just due. They just keep coming up with so many excuses why they can't. What about the other athletes? And what about this? And what about that? So they're going to continue to make excuses and excuses. If anything, I do believe they can increase them rent checks. I believe Dr. Fennell brought that up last time we discussed this a little bit. As there is a way to do it. If you're on scholarship and you are bringing in some change, put a little pad on that rent check and put together a trust fund or something that, if they are creating revenue for the team or for the school, you should get a cut of that and then put it somewhere at least they can at least touch it when they're done with school and moving on and to start their lives and stuff like that. I'm with Todd Prunty. He's saying COVID, gotta go. So my thing is for sports, I would love for us. I'm not a really big believer in vaccines, and they've made a cure. Like if they haven't cured the common cold, we're still practicing. We're hoping this is going to be a solution. I would hope that the medical industry will be honest with us. Honest with like Kamara getting COVID. That just changes the whole landscape of the NFL right now. Like. The guy has 6 touchdowns last week, and now he has COVID. Nobody else has it on the team, just him. Like, Drew Brees was handing him the ball, but Drew Brees don't have it. Kamara has it. So I was hope that we get some honesty, some truth, so we can have sports at some point. Like, I was trying to talk to my son about how things will get better because the vaccine will make some things normal again. Like, they'll have a way for us to have, like, wrist bracelets on. You can go to the game if you've been vaccinated, and they're probably gonna make all the players get vaccinated. They're probably gonna make all the coaches get vaccinated, and then everyone's gonna be able to exhale. We've all been vaccinated, knowing that we don't know absolute certain if this is the cure or if this is the way. We're just hoping everything will be back to normal. I know that normal will never be what it was. It's gonna always be a little bit of a like. Just coming here to this timeshare, knowing that it was not strictly a timeshare, someone lives here. My wife was freaking out, like, "Oh my God, it's germs everywhere." She came in here and lit up this place with Lysol like nobody's business. She was spraying this bad boy so tough and wiping everything down so we were safe. But I'm like, well, would it have been any better at a hotel? Same germs, same idea. So I just know that we got to get beyond the germaphobe way we've been approaching this thing and understand more about it so we can get our sports back to what they were. Will we ever see a stadium full of 110,000 folks again? I don't know. I just heard they are letting fans in for the Bills Mafia in the playoffs. So I'm like, well, what is that? That's a super spreader event.
I don't know about the Bills Mafia, man. Them dudes is wild.
Yeah,
that'd be a super spreader event without a doubt.
So I just hope we can get to a point where we can enjoy sports again. I actually have enjoyed bubble action. I enjoyed the baseball season without no fans. I enjoyed the basketball games without fans. I appreciated what the NBA did with the digital fans. I thought that was pretty cool as far as an alternative. It was not. It was some intense games. So I was cool. I was spoiled at the house, but I do miss the opportunity of going. My son and I love going to the Dodger game, eating all you can eat in right field. Going to a Clipper game, going to a Laker game when the Sixers come to town or whatever it is, we ain't had that. Like the UCLA SC game wasn't even on my mind to even go. We normally make a decision. Y'all going this year? This year wasn't even a thought. No tailgate, no nothing. So hopefully one day, if it ain't this year, someday in the future. Dr. Fennell says, I second that, Mac. NCAA is straight up exploitation. Administration and coaches stealing off the athletes and the degrees do hold the value of the exploitation in 2020. Yeah, buddy. What else we got here? Rodney Sargent says, even if it's put in a trust until their eligibility is up, compensate them. It's easy for us to see the logic, but it's just like McConnell saying y'all don't need $2,000.
Yeah.
Like, how are you going to say, well, if I give you $2,000, you're not going to go back to work? $2,000 don't scratch the surface, man. People ain't been paid this whole time. Man, I said some people really hurting. I really thank God I was not in that situation. Us teachers, we weren't, we were still working virtually. But just imagine if you had a job that was not able to do so. Miss Mack said lost a fantasy football championship because of a late COVID pull.
Hey, she was really unchristian-like.
Man, well, I lost because Kamara had 6 touchdowns. I think it's the same difference. Kamara has 6 touchdowns, and it took the 6 to beat me. I think I lost by 15. This fool has 6 tubs. Unreal, man. Big Ty said, joking, but wish Kamara would have been pulled for the COVID before he lost. He got those 56 points in fantasy. Man, oh man. I was watching the game like this fool right here got 4 touchdowns. I said, if he get 5, and he scored 6. Dr. Fennell said, I want to see public school, high school become competitive again. Oh man, it's a good one.
Too.
I want to see Long Beach Poly back in Division 1, battling Mater Dei and Bosco and Mission Viejo. We playing against Marina and who we playing against? Harbor and these boo-boo schools. Nothing against the city section, but we can't even beat city section kids, and they got 50 kids.
Y'all, you know what? Poly will mop everybody but excuse me, Narbonne.
Narbonne beat us that one time 58-3, and we went back and won CIF that same year. We just that's one of them games like the Clippers got beat by 50 last week. It's just one of them games. Mm-hmm. You want to see Jarvis Landry? That's who beat you, Miss Mack?
No, Jarvis Landry sat out, so she didn't get no.
Yeah, that's dirty. And he's going
lost by 7 points.
And he's gonna score a touchdown every time he play. Oh yeah, that's bad.
But anybody else, if I would have known anybody else on the roster, anybody else on the roster that I'd have put in, we would have won.
Oh man, that's when a anonymous phone call comes in that your players have been in contact. I think that's somebody. That's somebody from the other team. Somebody got a serious fantasy football gamble. Like, it's really, really odd to me that these key individuals, not the practice squad dudes, or is it they're not reporting that, but they're like when Sunshine got it from Clemson, Nick Saban got it from Alabama, Alvin Kamara, like the featured back of the New Orleans Saints, who are making a surge to be the best team in the league.
Yep.
All of a sudden, is not able to play. I said, I said something just ain't kosher. Y'all see Kamara got fined for wearing Christmas colored shoes. Really talk about being a Grinch. That's so dirty, man. They were green and red on Christmas Day.
You know, the NFL, they got to police the culture sometimes. Got to police the culture.
He put money in their pockets, man. I wouldn't have watched that game if he not got 6 tubs. That shouldn't be allowed. Outside guys reporting what they shouldn't be allowed, Big Rod. All right, man. You all wanted it. Where's Cherie at? Somebody text Cherie. This is her suggestion. All right. Ugliest. Most oogliest. UGLY. You ain't got no alibi. You ugly. What? You ugly. You ugly. You oogly. Your mama said you ugly. Hey. All right. You want to go down the list, man? I just threw them all in the bank. I ain't got them by no list. I might just throw them on the screen, and you can just let me know why. I mean,
all right, man.
I'll match. We gonna play Get Like Me. Miss Mac ain't playing. She got a list. She been typing. Did she copy and paste that, or she just typed that out? Good Lord,
man.
She don't like these. Oh my God. She said Trey Young is ugly. Trey Young is ugly, ain't he? Trey Young got an old COVID head. Trey Young, that peasy hair he got, looking like Woodstock from Peanuts. Oh man, we gotta go with Miss Max's list in a minute. Oh, Anthony Mason, forgot. All right, Mac, who you got?
All right, man. Terrell Suggs.
Terrell Suggs. I got a picture of Suggs.
Uppercase gum, lowercase teeth.
Oh my God, where's this picture of Suggs? Oh yeah, it looked like it hurts, and that's after he got him fixed. I mean,
ugly.
he'll probably beat me up if I ever met him. But like, bro, didn't you get your teeth fixed? Why your teeth still jacked up? Like you ugly underneath a beard. That's ugly.
I think. Remember, was it Mighty Man and his dog Yuck? I think that's what Yuck looked like. He looked like Terrell Suggs when he took the dog.
Dr. Fennell said it's a tie between Anthony Mason and Terrell Suggs. Ugly of all time. Oh, Rodney said Frank Gore. Frank Gore is kind of scary, but I don't know if he's
Frank Gore.
Yeah, he's an ugly cat. All right, man.
Ugly, but
hey, I had to dig in the well. I went and found some ugly dudes for your head. Some dudes you probably never heard of. All right. Off the top, there's a guy named Ezekiel Estacio. All right. If you look at Facebook, and rest in peace, the late, great Craig Mack. All right, just imagine Craig Mack, Sloth from the Goonies, and
oh yeah, that's what we do right here.
I mean, not only is he ugly, he got bad skin. I don't like to call nobody ugly, but this dude right here, I got another picture of him. This one is actually not that bad, but he's so ugly the camera had to be turned down a little bit. So right here, he looked like every caricature stereotype of a brother.
Oh,
he looked like a straight cartoon character. I said, good God. I'm like, and the funny part is he probably got a nice looking woman too. Ezekiel Estacio.
Like they thought that brother out.
Oh yeah.
Like they thought that brother out from the Ice Age.
Oh, Bo.
Brought him back.
Rodney said Bo Outlaw. Good Lord. I forgot about Bo Outlaw. I want to forget about him. Who else? Who you got, man? Who else you got?
Cordell Stewart.
Oh.
The fact that I was able to meet this dude in person.
And they told you how ugly he was.
They told me that this dude was the ugliest man that you would ever see. And he lived up to every billing of it.
And he walked up looking like a villain from a character in a movie. I'm Cordell. He's like, ah!
Oh, man, that's an ugly dude.
Man.
Had a fine ex-wife, though, but that's an ugly dude.
Yeah,
Cordell.
he had that Frankenstein head. He was scary.
Oh. It was like shaped kind of like this,
it's like
a little.
Yeah, like his helmet, like his helmet was molded on his head. Like were you born with a football helmet on, bro? Good Lord, his hairline was all back there behind his ear. Oh yeah, Cordell was an ugly joker, man. Somebody said, he looks like that toy, Mad Ball. Yeah, he does. Rio says Scottie Pippen. I think Scottie Pippen's voice is ugly too. Oh,
Yeah.
Dr. Miller, did you say Reggie Miller's ugly? I thought he was just.
You ever saw that movie Mac and Me?
Yeah.
With a dude. That's what Reggie Miller looked like. Like he'd be in the middle of the court.
Yeah, man. Oh man. All right, I got one. Your boy Keith Kloss, former Clipper. Let me blow it up a little bit. That brother looked like Pippi Longstocking mixed with he looked like Delonte West mixed with Pippi Longstocking and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, dude, freckles are in style, but this dude right here, man, that's an ugly joker, man.
Is more famous for getting beat up that time than he was for being a basketball player.
I told you I saw him at the airport wearing his own jersey. I said, bro, are you serious? I said, are you serious right now? It was Mitch Kupchak was in the airport and Keith Kloss was in the airport. And I'm like, how would you make? Mitch Kupchak was the Lakers GM at the time. I saw Baron Davis walk by and here come Keith Kloss with his own jersey on. I said, I can't make this stuff up, man. The things you see.
Rodney Saucer says 7'3", 126 pounds.
Oh man, I got a full body shot of him too. Yeah, there he is. He wasn't, but he was serious about it too. He had that jersey on at the airport. I'm not lying. I said, dude, you're supposed to wear somebody else's jersey that you admire. He's like, I admire myself. I'm like, all right. Who else you got? JaVale McGee. Rio says JaVale McGee. He is kind of.
He's pretty ugly.
If you look at the right angle, he's not that ugly. But when he does the dumb stuff and he looks crazy in his eyes, that's when he looks real ugly.
Yeah. Taco Fall's pretty ugly
Taco
too.
Fall is
but I got a Reggie Jackson that's currently with the Clippers.
Oh, Reggie Jackson. I got a picture of Reggie.
He got a famous name, but he ain't got the famous face.
Yeah,
Reggie
he does.
Jackson for the Clippers.
He does look pretty dusty. I mean, most of the time his lips chapped up too.
He looked like, yeah. He looked like a gremlin that got fed after midnight.
He looks, yeah.
Look at that dude.
He looks like he's mad he's not getting playing time at all times. Even when he's in the game, he looked like he's upset about playing time. I'm gonna match your Clipper with another Clipper. Pat Beverly's an ugly joker, man. Pat Beverly looked like Omar from The Wire mixed with who else he looked like? It looked like his hair hurts, and like every day is his last day in the league, and he looked really worried about it. Pat Bev and Reggie Jackson gotta be the ugliest backcourt in the league. When they on the court at the same time, both of them jokers, man, is like, you know. And I hate to be what's it called, colorist. When you're against your dark skinned bruh, light skinned bruh, and you got them two bruhs on the court at the same time, this feels like slavery all over again, man. Were there light skinned slaves?
Man, my little bro Nick Park said Pat homeless.
Pat homeless.
He said Patrick Beverly.
Pat look homeless. Pat look like he ain't got a comb in the house. Ain't a comb in the house. Pat look like he don't brush his teeth every day. Pat look like he eat breakfast for dinner. Pat look like he still eat cup of noodles and he got millions of dollars in the pocket. He like, Pat, just in case, bruh. Pat look like he gotta use real Vaseline for lip gloss. He really gotta put on. Pat look like he gotta use cocoa butter for lotion. Pat gotta buy that real lotion. All right, man. Trez ain't. He said, my boy Tremaine said Trez ain't GQ either. Montrez doesn't look like a monster. He's Monster Trez. He ain't Monster Trez for nothing.
Trez is ugly.
That's ugly. Who you got, man?
All right, my next guy.
He said John Gruden.
You gonna like this? Alvin Kamara, since he scored all them points against you. Alvin Kamara is not a good looking man.
Where is he at? I got a picture of Kamara somewhere.
Alvin Kamara looks like he has bad body.
You can't tell.
All the
well. I can't tell if Kamara's gonna play for the Saints or he gonna rap for X-Clan. He looked like he really wanna spit some vainglorious lyrics with that bone in his nose.
I'm telling you, that dude looks like his body odor is like the worst thing ever. Like, man, what's that smell?
Nicholas said Pat don't shower every day. What for? He like, what for? I'm ugly. Pat, he said Kamara, but hey, maybe that's why Kamara scored 6 touchdowns. Oh yeah. Margaret said, Dr. Fennell said, Derrick Henry's the ugliest dude in the league. Derrick Henry, let's see. Yeah, he is Terrell Suggish. Terrell Suggish now adjective. Terrell Sugg, he looking Terrell Suggish. Derrick Henry. All right, so my next one I got, let me see. His son doesn't look like him because he has softer features. But he's so ugly. Floyd Sr., he looked like a roach. Yeah. If a person was a roach, Floyd Sr. looked like a straight roach. He looked like, let me see. Let me look at him. He got enough lines on his head to write a paragraph on. Let's see. I can't even think of what's wrong with him, but is your nose supposed to be as wide as your mouth? I don't know. Something ain't symmetrical.
What's cooking? You can smell dinner from a mile away.
Big Stafford in the house. Mike said Kamara's a West African brother. He's a West African native like Mike. That don't make him exempt. He looked like he looked like something hurts on his face. Kamara's parents are from Sierra Leone. Get off my fam. Oh, that ain't, like I said, man. I don't care if you're from Long Beach or Sierra Leone. You can get this work.
He from Long Beach, Sierra Leone. That's where
I got some ugly bros from Long Beach too. Matter of fact, I'm going to UCLA. My next ugly person. Here we go. My next ugly person. I'm gonna jump ahead. My next dude was so ugly. I couldn't believe he went to UCLA. They don't let guys in the league in UCLA looking this. My boy Lorenzo Mata. He was ugly, man.
Oh, God. I didn't want to bring him up, man.
I said
he's one of the best guys I ever met.
I don't care, man. That brother was scary looking, man. He used to get in the game. I said, what in the world is going on in our recruiting? We recruiting. We recruiting. You know, we had Jordan Farmar. We had, Westbrook was kind of ugly. He made ugly faces. But we had Farmar and Ray Young, and we had some good-looking guys. And here this dude come. You rang. Oh, ugly. Oh, head. I had another picture of him. Where he at? Yeah, there he is at UCLA. I was like, good Lord. Yeah, he can ball. He looked like he's 35 years old, though.
He looked like something that was off the X-Files.
Yeah, man.
Lorenzo Otta. I didn't want to make fun of him because I met him in person. He was one of the coolest people. Him and Jordan Farmar were some really cool cats when I met them.
He said he got.
I was like, I don't bring that dude up.
Call him a toucan Sam nose. Oh, I hope he ain't watching. Oh,
my nose.
Ranzo knows, man. Oh, we need to post some light skinned dudes. You missed it. See, Mike's over here getting offended. Oh, here we go. You missed the light skinned brother. You ain't here for the keep clause? We went on keep clause. We went hard on keep clause. Let me put that up there for Mike Stafford so he don't forget. There you go. There's your light skinned representation. He's uglier than the back of your hand.
All right.
Keep clause.
The next one is my next guy is universally ugly. Dennis Rodman. I mean, we just know.
Oh yeah.
But Dennis Rodman ended up with some of the finest women in the world.
Oh man.
At their time. But Dennis Rodman, man, that's a face only a mother can love. That man is ugly. My goddaughter Sarah, she asked me what was wrong with Dennis Rodman. I said, "What you mean? What's wrong with him?" She said, "What's wrong with his skin?" I said, "I don't know. I have no idea what's wrong with that man." She said his skin looked so bad. Oh man, yeah, Dennis Rodman, man. I remember when the Bad Boys Pistons would play, I'd be like, God, that's an ugly dude. Like, how does he gotta play basketball with his face? Because there's no other way he can defend people. They just don't want to go his way. And he just breath stink.
Oh man.
And he started wearing the dresses. I mean, if he was a tranny, ain't nobody picking you up. Well, who picking you up?
That just goes to show you, man. Money erases all this ugly. Because when he got with Vivica Fox, and then the black women were calling him fine. Ooh, Dennis Rodman is so fine. I'm like, what? It's the same dude that played for the Pistons. Now he plays for the Bulls, and now he's attractive. Come on now. That's not how this works. He's still ugly. He got a bone in his nose, a bone in his lip, and he got dark circles around his eyes, and he don't take baths.
His money made you look good. That's what happened.
Money make you look real good. Somebody said, Rodney said LaMelo Ball is another ugly light skin. I think all them Ball brothers is funny looking.
They all got them volcano-shaped heads. They just come out like something
Melo.
out the head.
You can't tell Melo he ain't good looking, man. These Instagram girls on his head. Oh, LaMelo is so fine. Lonzo looked like what he look like? He looked like a cartoon character. I can't remember the name of the cartoon.
Lonzo, he used to be on that cartoon Recess. He like one of the Recess characters.
The big old long chin.
The big old long chin and big old head at the top.
See, but Madonna did that to Dennis Rodman was because of Madonna. She turned that boy out to act wild. Yeah, he was wild before her, but she kind of put him over the top. David Robinson was ugly. I agree. David Robinson, the Admiral was ugly.
The Admiral.
He said, nah, Melo's a model only because he's rich. If Melo was not a ball player, all right, let's put it like this. If Melo was 5'6" and chunky, that's an ugly mug. That's a little ugly little dude. Jello.
He said, Jello.
Jello's a model. Jello's a tight end. He need to knock it off.
He ain't a basketball player, obviously.
No. All right, here another nice skin I got. Spencer Rattler from Oklahoma. He's not albino. He might as well be though. This dude looked like a rat. I mean, he's properly named Spencer Rattler. He looked like a rat. He looked like a light skinned rat. I mean, pink lips, pink nose, and then he had a nerve to have a bad attitude on QB1.
Yeah, he did.
So I'm like, I don't like him no way. That's why I'm gonna get on him, looking like a broke redhead kingpin.
He like a naked mole rat. That's what he look like. He just needs the teeth.
Yeah.
He had the teeth. He be a straight naked mole rat.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. We ain't discriminating against light skin, black skin, dark skin, black, white, Latino. You ugly in any nationality, any language. Who you got?
Next up, AD.
Oh,
AD.
he light skinned too. We getting on all light skins.
Davis looks like somebody put him together. Mr. Potato Head. Remember I used to put the lips
man.
the one eyebrow and the eyes on Mr. Potato Head. They be bulging out. AD, look at that dude. That dude is ugly, man.
All right, close
his soup coolers alone. He will put your soup on freeze. If you said blow on my soup to cool my soup down, one blow and you have an ice cube. That dude got the coolers of. He will kiss your whole face, little girl.
All right, just imagine.
If you have the nerve to have one eyebrow, come on, man. Come on.
Just imagine that this dude right here walked in your house at night, the lights are down, and 7'3", however tall he is, walk in your house with them long arms, looking like Slender Man, and he come in there and his eyebrows ain't been arched, they still all one, and he come in there. And he got, his teeth ain't all that nice looking either. And then his hair ain't combed. Oh man, that's a scary sight. He could play the villain in a superhero movie.
Hey, if your daughter brought AD home but he wasn't AD, he wasn't rich, what you gonna say?
Can you shoot? Can we train you to be something? Cause can you dribble the ball at all, son? Like, can we work with that 7-foot frame of yours? If not, no, baby, he gonna make ugly babies. Now, I think his daughter is beautiful. I think I've seen her. She did not get the traits. I'm pretty sure when he had the baby, he was like, please don't have my traits. Please look like his mama. Please look like a mama. But I know he's filled out. AD is not as ugly as he once was. If you see some shots of him when he was a young kid, it was hopeless. But
hopeless.
Right now, I'm pretty sure he's living life. He's a champion. Championship rings make the ugly go away just a little bit. AD's an ugly duck.
If my daughter walked in the house with AD, first thing we doing is going to Lens Crafter to get her eyes checked. You getting her some glasses. You cannot bring it in here. What's wrong with you?
What? Oh, Mike said his daughter looks like him, but she's pretty though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she didn't get the ugly parts of him. Steve Nash is ugly right now. Oh yeah, Steve Nash has been ugly a long time.
It's always been ugly.
Bill Walton is ugly. Bill Walton ain't got no lips, so Bill Walton just got Bill Walton got like a hole in his mouth, no lips, and he just be talking out of it. He's a beautiful player. He's the most beautiful player I've ever seen in my life. My days in Woodstock getting high with the homies. Oh, AD from college and now. No, AD in middle school. Google it.
AD bad.
Reggie Miller's
if he had an ugly face, he's still in it.
AD has a twin sister. Oh, please, somebody please post it. His daughter has a unibrow. Now, unibrows aren't ugly. It's the face that goes with the unibrow. I've seen some women and some dudes rock it. Like Al B. Shore had a cool unibrow, and nobody tripping off that. Matter of some cats was trying to draw their unibrow in to be like Al B. Shore. Manu Ginobili was an ugly dude. He looked like a villain.
Manu Ginobili had one of the longest noses in the history of life. If he was Pinocchio, he'd have been lying all the time.
He looked like he was a character. He looked like a cartoon character. He looked like Ratatouille. He looked like Ratatouille. All right, oh yeah, you have a couple more too. I got one. Oldie but goodie, nobody can deny. Leon Spinks. He has to be I don't like to generalize brothers and stereotypes. But if the N-word was in the dictionary, a picture dictionary, and you looked up Nigger and then you looked up Nigga, Nigga will be Leon Spinks every time. I mean, what else can Leon Spinks do besides fight?
Man was missing teeth.
My man didn't care about getting no teeth replacements neither. I mean, look at that curl, bro. The curl didn't take. His beard didn't connect. And if you ever heard Leon Spinks talk,
his speech was terrible.
It matches his look.
That man.
Leon, huh? I know you could do better what you're doing. So I dropped out of Head Start and pursue my career as the heavyweight champion of the world. He did beat Muhammad Ali though.
When he fought Muhammad Ali was 81 years old.
I don't care how old he was, but he got his butt whooped. 75 years old when he fought. 75 years old. Oh, Miss Mac said Anthony Davis' whole family. That's just wrong. I'm not sure the context, Miss Mac.
No, she tried to post a picture and it didn't post.
Oh, okay, so we saw a picture of us. Leon had to be a boxer. Yeah, he did. You can imagine Leon going for a corporate America job. I know I ain't got no teethus, but you can't discriminate against a brother because I got a very curl no front toothus. Evander Holyfield, yeah, he was ugly. Mike Tyson, people were saying Mike Tyson was good looking when he was a champ. Ooh, that's a champ.
That boy like a bulldog.
Oh yeah, DeMar DeRozan. He said DeMar DeRozan is an ugly dude with bad self-esteem.
Hey man, DeMar DeRozan from Compton, y'all better watch him.
Hey, he can get it too. He know he can go to the top of this. He go to the top of the bleachers with his homeboys. They gonna get on him, bruh. What's up with them cornrows, man? They don't reach your neck. They
got no hang time.
They're coming up short in the back.
Yeah,
he looked bad, man. He looked bad. All right. Of course.
My next one, y'all know him from Star Trek. He went by the name Worf, but on Earth we call him Sheldon Williams. Dude looked like a straight Klingon warrior, man. That dude was ugly.
But he got
the nerve to marry Candace Parker.
I'm saying,
look at that dude.
I lost a little love for Candace when she married him, because I said, man, if anything ever happened to me and my wife, I'm gonna shoot my shot with Candace Parker. She's beautiful and she can ball, so it means our kids will probably be ballers. This dude right here, good God.
I'm telling you, man, he's a Klingon.
Mike said,
you believe in intelligent life in the universe, Sheldon Williams is a Klingon,
Mike
man.
Said,
you can't tell me he's not a Klingon.
Mike said he got pissed off when she married him. It does, man. You kind of like, because you already have in your mind who are the fine WNBA players, and you kind of have in your mind the standard of dudes that it would take to get them girls, because they know they're an exclusive bunch. And she popped up with this dude. I'm like, oh, anybody could have got it. Good Lord.
Anybody.
As long as because he's tall. I mean, shoot.
The rumor is that they've been knowing each other since high school, and he treated her nice, and she liked his personality.
That means she's been dumb a long time.
Even though he got beamed down by Scotty. Man, Mr. Worf.
Oh man. Mike said the daughter looks like him. I'm pretty sure she got the best part of him though. She didn't get that head. See, the problem with Sheldon Williams is the space between his eyes. There's too much room. Too much can go on right here. There's too much going on right there, man. You shouldn't have a whiteboard for a forehead. Forehead too big, man. It's not proportionate. I know God don't make mistakes, but he got a sense of humor. He got.
He looks slow in that picture.
Somebody said he looks slow.
Who said that? Who said he looked slow in that picture?
He looks slow.
Damn, Rio.
That's terrible, man. Oh, that is wrong, man. He looks slow. Oh man. Didn't he go to North Carolina or Duke? He went to Duke. You can't go to Duke if you slow. Oh.
He had the special ed classes.
Oh man. Duke. So what? He had Asperger's. He was a genius. He was a genius or something. Oh man. Right.
He's Klingon though, so he got mathematics skills that the rest of us don't have. He can build warp drives.
Rodney said he got Candace because he got her pregnant. That's even more mind-boggling to me. How in the world did Candace Parker allow this dude to smash? What was his game? He must have had some smooth game, like Goldie on the Mac.
Gave her a phaser.
He's phased her with the Klingon gun.
Gave her a phaser and one of them Klingon swords.
Oh, Mike gonna get serious. Of course, Mike gonna go hard on him. Say it's not just because he's ugly, because he's a bum. He's a pine. He rode the pine. She was the best. She was the best, and she should have had the likes of Kobe or somebody that can ball. Just because he was on the bench Oh, that's terrible. Oh.
That's crazy when your girl is better than you at basketball.
So they can't talk basketball at the house. They be at the house. Hey, baby. Sky Hook. She be like, think you sorry anyway. What you talking about? You don't even play.
You get a triple single every time.
If you weren't 7 feet tall, you wouldn't be on the team. We need to do a fine WNBA players player next. Oh man. A fine WNBA players. So Todd wants us to do the good looking WNBA players next.
We got you, Todd.
All right. I don't know. Old girl from the Sparks and then Skylar Diggins, right? That's all I got. I got to do some research.
They got quite a few.
There's quite a few. Yeah, I think Dwight Howard just grabbed the last one, and I think they're all married now.
Yeah, he married her. He picked her up fast. Ted Cooper. Yeah. Now Ted Cooper Howard.
Yeah. I hope he don't mess around because he got 18 kids. He most definitely got her early. She lost her virginity to him. Oh, Mike is serious about knowing this background story.
Damn, Mike.
Hey, Mike, Jane, chill, bro. Let's move on from Mike going to talk to the dude and kill him. They divorced now, though, Mike. It's all good. I think they're divorced. Tayshaun.
Do you want to be the guy following Sheldon Williams?
What?
You want to be the guy following Sheldon Williams?
Oh, man.
It make you look at yourself a little different. You be like, damn.
Well, hey, man, she gonna be like, I didn't know guys could be handsome like that. I'd be like, yeah, baby. You ain't got to have an ugly dude. Math genius wearing an adult diaper. Oh.
I agree with you, Mike.
Dang.
I agree with you with Chenny.
Chauncey Billups is ugly. Chauncey Billups ain't ugly, is he? He got a big.
Chauncey Billups is like a weasel.
Big tooth.
He like he was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. He was laughing.
He's got a big mouth. Big.
Came out.
Women always be talking about beauty is the eye of the beholder. But shoot, some people blind as heck. He ain't got no eyes. Oh, he cheated on her? Oh, yeah. Forget that dude. Oh, Miss Mac do not mind. Miss Mac is the most confident woman next to my woman in the world. They wish we would holler at somebody else so they can clown. All right, Mike
No,
said,
my wife want another woman to mess with me so she can see her sisters beat the girl up in the street. That's what she be waiting for.
That's just right.
Because her sisters will come here and dust me and whoever I bring up in here.
Yeah, it's not safe.
Well, actually, I'm a run.
You ain't got the speed you used to have though. You're not as fast as you once were. These girls today can run. They've been taking Billy Blanks. They've been riding the spin class. These girls can fight today, Brad. Tia Cooper is fine, said Mike Stafford. Yeah, she is.
Yeah,
and she healthy. She don't skip many meals. Rodney said there are some bad ones. We're gonna have Rodney Sarge and Mike Stafford on the show that day. Chine Obumake. Oh man, Chine Obumake. I have a crush on her. I watch her show because of her teeth.
Yeah, she has a beautiful smile.
I watch her mouth as she talks. I'm like, I shouldn't be looking at her like this. And is she 6'5"? Is she 6'3"?
I think she's 6'3".
Yeah, that's a tall glass of water.
I'm with you too, Mike Harris, Asia Wilson.
Yeah.
She's cute in her own way.
She is engaged to a band. Oh my God. Oh.
No, Ted Cooper married the band already, honey.
Oh no, she married that dude.
The girl from the Sparks and Skylar Diggins. That's real like my little. That's all we got. I know there are more. It's just there's more of them. That's who I know. Chauncey Billups look like a broke puff daddy. I agree with that. Them teeth, man. Bro got more teeth than.
He got all 32 for sure.
Yeah, Billy Blanks, man. I said Billy Blanks. Girls be taking Billy Blanks can fight, man. She's 6'4". That's probably the threshold of how high I would go. 6'5" is too much. 6'4", like my son is 6'3.5" right now, and he's scaring me a little bit around the house. He's trying to look down. He's trying to look down on me, and I'm 6'1" and some change, and he looking down on me like, "What you looking at, Dad? What's going on?" Trying to muscle me around the bathroom. I'm like, man, you can get your little butt beat up in this house. There are so many fine Amazons in the league. We're gonna have to do a show on that, bro. We're gonna do a show. We'll do a show. You guys let us know who want to be on the show. We have a big 10 brothers show, and we'll have Miss Mac and Miss Cobb judge and be the final jury because they will shoot down the sister if she ain't coming correct. Let's see. You had Bernard Hopkins on here. Is Bernard ugly?
Bernard looked
Yeah.
like he's still in jail.
Yeah.
I know he spent time in jail, but he never left. They just let him out to fight. Bernard Hopkins is ugly.
Bernard Hopkins looked like he can't do nothing but fight. Him and Leon Spinks,
That dude.
they found their passion. They found their calling. I'm a fight for a living. Yeah, he is a pretty ugly cat. I might have one more. Who else I have on my list? George Morrison was, he's ugly, but that's just because he's big and
Yeah,
he looks
honey,
like
I've met George Murison in person at UCLA when the Wizards came down to practice.
he's
If
not.
I had a camera to take a picture with him.
He's ugly, but he's not ugly as Tyrone Hill. That dude, Tyrone Hill.
The undisputed champion of ugly, Tyrone Hill.
I think he might have an award. Like, he might have an actual award. She says Sam Cassell. Yeah, Sam Cassell is Tyrone Hill, like 2.0. Like they the same ugly. Like, how you gonna have big lips that don't fit the teeth? Like the teeth, I don't know, bruh. But somebody believes that man is handsome, and he has a family. Somebody loves him up, just like anybody else. I saw tonight somebody from Clemson. Travis Etienne is ugly to me. Travis Etienne looked like he's slow. He looked like he's in the remedial class. He looked like they say, hey Travis, you going to the league? I'm gonna stay here. I'm going. Y'all treat me pretty good. Y'all treat me pretty good.
Got color books in the league for me.
Oh no,
I like the color.
I like the
Connect
color.
my dots.
I could do me here. I could be me. I'm big old head. Oh, we got Andre the Giant was an ugly cat. Tyrone Hill, Sam Cassell.
That documentary on the Giant was good though.
Yeah, he wasn't even that ugly as a young man. Odin Polynice, I met him in person. He was ugly in person. He's still ugly.
Odin Polynice is like he used to be in the old Road Warrior films.
Yeah.
He's an apocalyptic character that Mad Max had to fight.
Jacob Lawrence.
That's who Odin Polynice is like.
Jacob Lawrence. Is Jacob Lawrence the quarterback from Clemson? What's his name?
Sunshine. Sunshine.
Sunshine look like Jesus.
Trevor.
You need Trevor Lawrence. Who's Jacob Lawrence? Trevor Lawrence?
Must be his twin brother.
Who's dead? Oh, Andre the Giant. Yeah.
I heard these saucers said Sam Cassell look like an ultrasound.
Dang.
Ultrasound.
Marvis Frazier's ugly. You ugly.
Tommy Frazier. The quarterback, Tommy Frazier, Mike Harris.
Tommy Frazier.
What you say?
I don't remember him being that ugly. Trevor Burbick was just beat up. I don't think he was really ugly in real regular, but yeah, he's ugly. Yeah,
Mitch Green.
Mitch Blood Green.
Mitch
I don't.
Blood Green.
Well, Mitch Green. Mitch Green was hilarious though. I had him on. I showed him a couple of weeks ago on my show. Mitch Blood Green, funniest cat, man.
He was funny as hell.
All right, man. Any more? Is that it? All right, we've been tasked to find our finest chicks in the WNBA, and that's not a joke. There are some.
Draymond Green.
Will we be wrong to do ugliest girls in the WNBA? I think that would be wrong.
I think I wouldn't want to go there. I wouldn't want to go there, man. I wouldn't want to call the ugliest girls in WNBA. I wouldn't want.
How about mannish? The most mannish girls in the NBA.
My wife did not approve that. She looking at me, shaking her head. No.
Yeah, we can't do that. How about most likely to struggle at? No, I'll leave it up. Most unlikely to be in a beauty pageant. No, we don't even do that. Let's do most athletic. Or we can do like Miss Mac, like Mac's mama, the strongest woman in the beauty.
Strongest woman in the NBA. Brittany Griner.
Who the strong? Oh, Brittany Griner got pictures of her shirtless in the pool, and they weren't censored. That's how flat.
But I don't think Brittany Griner's ugly. She's past that height.
No, I didn't say. I said strongest, like your mama. Strongest. Can't talk about women's bad looks. We won't talk about them. We're gonna talk about who's the strongest and most masculine. That ain't saying one or the other. Just saying who's most masculine. I'm glad you spitting out your wine. Spit out your wine. We here to have a good time, man. It's 2021. We have a great year, man. We're gonna have a great year this year. You too, Miss Mac. in the background. All right, man. How you want to get out of here? Close out.
Oh man. Hopefully it's a new beginning for 2021. We can put some of the craziness aside of 2020. I'm with you. I don't know too much about this vaccine stuff, but I know on the 20th of this month we'll be getting rid of Trump, and hopefully he'll just go away. I doubt it, but hopefully he do, and we can get this country back on the right track, man. All this racial tension is too much. It's more stressful on Black lives than it will be on anybody else when it comes to racial tension. So hopefully in 2021 moving forward we can keep this BLM going, keep the social justice movement going, and most definitely less COVID deaths or COVID related deaths. So let's start 2021 on a good note, and let's keep that up. As I said yesterday on Sucker Punch, man, let's lift each other up. Let's go. Let's support each other, lift each other up, and let's stop the negativity out there. We're better than that. I know we've been cooped up in the house a long time, but we're better than that. So let's move forward in 2021.
I'm all for it, man. I listened to the show this morning, and I totally agree that even if you see somebody doing something and you don't totally agree with their methods, or you totally don't agree with what they're doing, and if you have any influence over that person, let's be honest this year, man. But honest to a point where you help them, not destroy them. So I'm all for that this year. Positivity. The Bible says there's no law versus love. It doesn't say it in that verb, but that's what it means, that if you actually show love, support, uplift with the intent of helping somebody out, there's nobody else gonna come against that. Even if you come against in this social injustice climate, someone that's totally racist and against you because of the color of your skin, if you show them love, you have a chance to possibly change the way they see you and the rest of the world. So I think if we overpower the negativity with positivity, we can have a great year. We went into 2020 thinking it was going to be the best year ever after 2019. This year, we got a wake-up call that we need to be thankful. We need to be appreciative. We need to cherish life. I mean, we lost Kobe Bryant and Chadwick Boseman. We lost some people this year that were just at the top of their game, so to speak, as far as being a human being that's doing what they want to do at a high level, and in a moment that could be taken away. So I encourage everybody out there, man, this year, making it a point to, like Jim said, lift people up, love one another. And if you have a goal, you have a project been putting off, this might be the year to do something, man, because tomorrow is not promised. We got to get out there and do something. You got a book you need to write it. You got a script you need to write it. You got a show you should produce. J-Mo, Mario, all you guys have been talking about, man, this looks fun. Do it, man. Do it, man. Have a year like no other, man. I think we can do it, but we gotta be focused, be disciplined, and do the thing necessary to be where we need to be at the end of this bad boy. So 2022, we can look back 2021 and say, hey, man, we did that thing, man. Yep. All right, bro. All right, man. What we got on here? All
right, man. Get with your family out there in Indio. Have a good time, man.
Yeah, man.
Jump in that pool.
I don't know about all that. It's kind of chilly out here. I might play golf in the morning, but I don't know about jumping in nobody's pool. It's still a pandemic. I can play golf by myself. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings.
All right, man. Peace out. Happy New Year, everybody. Yep. 1585.
Yes, sir. Be easy.
Oh, man. So y'all have to get away from